Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday morning here in New York City? Not a bad day, not a bad day. It's always a good day when we can wake up and get ready and do some things. So, are you guys all ready for the final week of madness for baseball for our New York Yankees? How's everybody feeling? Everybody feeling confident? Our magic number is down to like four. So a lot of things are happening. So I want to welcome everyone. Michael, good morning. Charles, Jacob Petruzzi, how you doing? People in the chat, on the phone, the usual suspects is Jeff. Let's see, Bob Rizzo, how's it going? Kevin, how are you? Ava, Teresa, the gang is all here. How's everybody doing, everyone? So a couple of things going on today. So in a little while, we're going to have former New York Yankee relief pitcher Nick Goody with us live. So any questions you have for him, by all means, sock it to us, baby. So he'll be on for a little while with us, talking about, his playing days. Let's see. He's going to be answering questions from everyone. I want to thank everybody for starting to sub a little bit more. We appreciate that. We want the 39% of you that watch the whole program. I sound like a broken record. Please come in and sub. Press the notification button, and you will never miss anything going on. Now, as you know, tonight we are going to bring you the play-by-play of the. We're going to bring you the play-by-play of the Toronto Blue Jay game, along with the against the Red Sox. So that's happening tonight right here on the channel. We will have a special guest commentating who's going to come on. I'd say about 8:30 or so, and that's former Philadelphia Philly player Jason Michaels, who's already been on the team, and on the team here, and he's looking forward to speaking to a lot of Yankee fans, and have your questions ready and willing and able, and he's going to give good insight to everything. So please get ready for that tonight, everyone. Take a look. Have your questions in there. Remember, a little respectful, because we will have Toronto Blue Jay fans on. We'll have Red Sox fans on. So a lot of different people, a lot of different fan bases will be on. Of course, Ken the Ugly Truth will be doing the Yankee game tonight also, so you can go back and forth. A lot of content here. We're going to keep our eyes on a lot of different games for you, everyone. The only change there is, guys, well, first of all, of course, obviously, we're doing our coffee bagels now. We will have a pregame show today at 4 o'clock. We'll go back to 4 o'clock today. And then our postgame show after the Yankees and after the Toronto Blue Jay Red Sox game here on NY Mania. That would probably be the same stream, but I will let you guys know a little bit later on. But tomorrow we're going to have a morning show, but we will not have a pregame show tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow's no pregame show. Some things, private things have come up. But we will definitely have a big post game for you after the Yankee game tomorrow night. So, but we'll get into that a little bit later on, with everything that's with everything that's going on here. So, and then we'll definitely take it from there. So, I wanted to just let's go to a little scoreboard. I mean, there wasn't much going on yesterday, everyone. But we will go over it. Let's see. So last night we had the Braves beating the Nationals 11-5. Looks like the Braves are coming on to end the season in a good note. The Padres They have clinched a playoff spot. They beat the Milwaukee Brewers 5-4 and 11, and the Cardinals beat the Giants 6-5 in kind of a devastating loss there for the Giants. The Giants, I think, they're to be eliminated. Magic number is like 3. So that's not going to be, the Giants. They had a pretty good year. They had a big lull in the beginning, and that's what hurt them. So going over the scoreboard, the games for tonight, of course, there's Tampa Bay and the Orioles, and the Tigers, Guardians, the Pirates, Reds, Miami and the Phillies, the White Sox and the Yankees. The game that we're going to have on here at 7:05. The Red Sox against the Toronto Blue Jays. A big look in, a big in game for the New York Yankees and the fans. Washington Nationals at Atlanta. The Mets at Chicago Cubs. That is a huge game, a really huge game where David Pederson will be pitching for the Mets. C. Horton will be pitching for Chicago. He's 11-4, so he's had a really good year. Then you have the Minnesota Twins and Texas, the Royals and the Angels, the Rockies, Mariners, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Padres, the Dodgers, Diamondbacks. So it's going to be a really interesting, very, very interesting game tonight. And the Cardinals and the Giants. And the Astros and the A's. The Astros are holding on to dear life right now, guys. They're holding on to dear life. So we'll see how that occurs with all of that. So there's a lot of baseball. I wanted to talk a little bit about, guys. What do you think about let's say the situation? I know it's early, but the situation like with Trent Grisham and Cody Bellinger. I have my thoughts. If you offer him now the qualifying offer has gone to $22 million. So that's a lot of money, especially that you're going from $5 million to 22. It'd be hard to turn down. But if Trent Grisham feels that because of the breakout year this year and a lot more starts and he's a great outfielder. He may get a $50 million 5-year deal or 4-year deal. Now, is that really important to the Yankees right now? Or is Cody Bellinger the important part, guys? Let's dissect it a little bit. Grissom can give you, a couple in the outfield. But let's dissect Bellinger, okay, assuming he opts out. He could play center, right, and left, and give you Gold Glove situations. He could play first base and give you a Gold Glove situation. Which one? If they told you only one you could bring back, what would you do? To be honest with you, everyone, I would bring back Cody Bellinger. In my own humble opinion, I believe Trent Grisham is going to the Mets. I've been saying that for a while. I think they've set their sights on him, and I really think he's going to the Mets. Maybe if the Yankees win the World Series, the Yankees will think differently. But in my opinion, I believe he's going to go to the Mets because the Yankees could talk Spencer Jones. The Yankees can do quite a bit with that. So, and then there's the other thing. And what about Jason Dominguez? Jason Dominguez, I still believe is definitely worth a shot. He definitely needs to play. Good morning, Lou. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Jake. How's it going, guys? And I believe, once and for all, you can't keep doing this to the guy. He comes up and then he's sitting and he's getting splinters on his backside. You can't do that anymore. I don't care. He's only 21, 22 years old. But hey, Richard, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. You just can't do it. This man has got to play. They don't stay these age forever. I mean, look, a blink of an eye, and Aaron Judge next year is going to be 35 years old. 35 or 34, whatever. Still, it's not 20 anymore. And, you got to make a decision. And I really, really believe in the hearts of heart, there's a lot in Jason Dominguez play. A lot of people say, "Oh, we think he's not really in good shape. He looks like he's going to break down." I don't believe that at all. I mean, I really don't. I think he's working accordingly, and you got to make a decision whether you're going to play him or you're not going to play him. There's no in between here anymore. He's a 21, 22-year-old possible star, and we're sitting him down. I mean, yes, Grissom deserves the play, and of course Judge, better known as the Golden Boy, and then whoever they're going to put in left field. But those decisions. I mean, obviously Dominguez is going to be on the playoff roster. They'd be nuts to pick Slater over him. I would go crazy. You want to talk about a rant? That's a rant. So I can tell you that much. Let's talk. So I want to get your ideas, guys. If you had the choice, do you want Grissom? They told you can only have one. Do you want Grissom back or Bellinger? That's number one. Then I'd like to know how you really feel about Dominguez. I think we still need to see him in a full year and see what he can do. Spencer Jones, yes, I know he's slumped, but he doesn't have anything else to prove in the minors. I mean, he hits homers like crazy. He's a great outfielder with great speed. He doesn't have anything else to prove. Sometimes too much is too much in the minor leagues. You got to get him out of there. Hey, let me tell you something. I don't know how far some of you guys are young here, but, you don't know. When Derek Jeter came up, he didn't have the greatest stats. And look what happened. I mean, that was a pleasant surprise. So, I mean, we got to be fair here, and see exactly what they're going to do with this. It's a nice headache, but they're going to have to make a decision sooner or later, guys. There's no question in my mind. So waiting in the wings is our morning co-host, and that is Mr. Play-by-Play man himself. Evan, good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody in the chat.
So let's touch a little bit about the situation. I'm talking about Grissom signing him. Do you give him a qualifying offer at $22 million? Is that something you think the Yankees really, really need, or they could free up that money, give more to Bellinger, and take a chance on Dominguez and so forth? What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't like talking about the offseason before it starts, but I'll do it now. I don't mind.
Well, it's just the top one.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think Bellinger is honestly the more important piece going forward. If Grisham doesn't accept the contract that we can offer him, we can definitely still give him a qualifying offer. I don't think that will hurt us. We'll get a draft pick in return, I think, for that if he doesn't sign with us, if we offer him a qualifying offer. So definitely. I think we'll have other money, right, freeing up, because I think the Marlins are paying Stanton's contract for the next 2 years, right? So that's $10 million off the books. We'll let go of either Devin Williams or Luke Weaver. Now I think it could be a question now. Do you bring back Devin Williams? I still think you should bring back Luke Weaver over Williams, because Williams has looked pretty good lately and Weaver hasn't looked great. But I still think you have to bring back Luke Weaver over Devin Williams. So that will save you a little bit of money. And I think we have a couple more free agents. Obviously, we have Austin Slater, Rosario, which free up some more money, and some guys in the minor leagues too. If they go to other teams, then I guess that will open a little bit more space for some of our prospects. But I think we need a team next year. We need a team similar to this one. We need to have versatility, speed. I think Spencer Jones should be on this team next year. I think some of our younger pitching prospects should be on the team too.
I think the Yankees are going to be thinking about this with Grissom because $22 million for the 1 year is a lot of money. And I don't think, even if he's offered like a 5-year deal, I don't think he's going to get more than $50 million. And if you really think about it, that's just a 5-year deal. Let's say at $10 million a year. We're still looking at $22 million for 1 year. He can go out and have another spectacular year and then go on the market, but he's guaranteed 2 years of a 5-year deal in 1 year. And I think that makes sense because I seriously doubt, unless they really want to overpay, 5-year deal for $50 million for Grissom is a very, very nice contract. But if you break it down, it's only $10 million a year, where he can get $22 million for 1 year and then give it another shot. So he made 2 years and a little extra in 1 year. So in a 2-year period with the $5 million, he made $27 million. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And I think the Yankees, they may think, you know what they, let's say how they value him. I would value him around $50 million. But to me, he may take that, Evan, because it makes sense. Even as great as you say, even if the Mets really wanted him, how much more can they give him? You're not going to give him $20 million for. You're not going to give him $20 million for 5 years and give him $100 million. I just think that's ludicrous. He's had one really good year, and still in September he's only batting like 194. So, knowing the Yankees, they may not even give him the qualifying offer because they probably feel. They probably feel that he'll take it right away. Your thoughts?
And that would be a good thing, right? If he takes the qualifying offer, I think that would be beneficial for us. Because if the Mets demand more money, but if he takes our offer, then we save money, plus we get a good outfielder for next year. So, but honestly, I think he's going to take around 3 to 4 year deal. Possibly 5, maybe an option, but I think 3 to 4 years is where teams might go with Grisham. Maybe possibly 30 mil a year or 35 mil a year. That's probably what I think. I think teams value him.
That's a lot.
He's putting up great numbers.
I believe that's a lot of money, but okay. Obviously, if the Mets really, really treasure him, I guess the Mets have got to be feeling that too, because they're going to have to give him more than $50 million for 5 years, because now that qualifying offer is very big. If it was $15 million, whatever, I can understand it. But Lewis saying $35 million for Grish ? No way. Well, let's bring up another perspective. We do have Nitin from NR Media here. Nitin was so kind enough in his team to book us Nick Goody, who's going to come on at 9:30 today, folks. Ex-Yankee, and we'll just dissect a little bit of his career and a little bit about the Yankees' playoff hopes. So let's bring up Nitin.
Hey, what's up, Joe? What's up, Evan? What's up, everyone in the chat?
How you doing, big guy?
Yeah, good. First of all,
What's going on?
a few birthday shout-outs. Happy birthday to my friend Adam Godis, who plays for the Buccaneers currently. Have a great day, man, and happy birthday to Brian McKinney. Super Bowl champion, who was supposed to be on this show, but we're going to reschedule for another day. So happy birthday to him too. Have a great day. And also, we have so guys, get your questions ready for Nick Goody. He'll be joining at 9:30. He'll be joined by Evan and Joe. So tune in, and it's going to be a great show. So get your questions ready. And then tonight we'll be with Charles Barkley at Rowan University. So stay tuned. We got some good content coming up soon there at Rowan University tonight. So whoever's near the Rowan University area, please come visit me, Charles Barkley, Neil Hartman, for a great event tonight. So stay tuned. Yeah, let's go Yankees. Hopefully we can start off this the homestand strong against the White Sox. We got 6 games left now, which is crazy to think about it. The season's almost over, and then it's playoff baseball. So the Yankees have 6 games to figure out. Hopefully we can win. We can still win the division. The division is not out of the question yet. So, but I keep saying they got to keep focus on themselves and not the Blue Jays. And for the Trent Grisham point, I think he's going to command a lot of money on in this year's free agency because by the numbers that he has right now, like 33 home runs. I think the Yankees will get into a bidding war with some teams. I know some teams will be interested in Trent Grisham. Who wouldn't want Trent Grisham? He's a winning player, defensive player, and he's a starting caliber player too. So, and when Juan Soto left to the Mets, and now you can see his potential. So, I can definitely see the Mets getting into the Grisham sweepstakes, a couple other teams. But the question is, will the Yankees pony up and try to keep him along with Bellinger? So, Yankees have a lot of questions because now, depending on these playoffs, and right now we're focused on the playoffs. We're not focused on free agency, but I'm just saying. I do think the Yankees have enough money to get both of them, but it's just a matter of if Hal Steinbrenner and the front office is willing to spend. I'm sure they are, but we'll find out during the off season. But right now, focus on to finish the season strong and then the playoffs. So,
yeah,
right. I mean, again, it's just this is what media is putting out, and and I'm just saying it. The qualifying offer is so lucrative. I mean, look what happened to Gleyber Torres.
Yeah,
he was better off, and we didn't want him, but to take the 1-year deal with the Yankees because that would have been $20 million. He only got $15 million. So I mean, yes, Grissom is only making he's making $5 million. But again, how what would be the tag for him? And I would think, in all honesty, let's say 5 years, $50 million is a lot of money for somebody who 2 years in a row batted under 200. So I'm just saying it's an interesting scenario. And believe me, if the Yankees don't give him a qualifying offer, then they know that that he's not worth. I don't want to say worth the $22 million. They know he's going to take that because too many players. Oh, you know what? $19 million is not enough for me. Let me try. And then look what happened to Gleyber Torres. And Gleyber Torres had much better numbers than Trent Grisham. All right, they're 2 different types of players. I understand that, but I mean that so it's fantastic to if you analyze as a GM or as an owner, what do you do with that? So it's going to be a lot of fun talk. But right now the talk is, and again, my feelings. I don't believe the Yankees are going to win the division, and to be quite honest with you, I don't care. I want to get in there. We at one point we weren't playing well.
Yeah.
And there was a possibility we weren't getting in, period. So I'm not being greedy here. I'm not. I'm sorry, Nathan. Go ahead.
By the way, what do you call the Yankees' magic number to clinch the playoffs is 2 now.
Oh, now it's 2? I thought it was according to NJ.com, it was 3.
Oh, no, it's 2. It says 2 on there. On that thing.
Okay, so maybe it could all be over tonight, and then that's it. I mean, I refuse that the Yankees. I mean, the odds are 2 against them. I mean, I understand there are some people that really, really feel that the Yankees.
At least two for at least to clinch the wild card spot is 2. That's what I meant. At least to clinch the wild card spot is 2. Yeah.
Okay, but overall would be what?
Probably
Is that
3.
just over? That's 3. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. So, but whatever. I mean, but I am not going to knock my, I mean, people saying, oh, they're going to go 8 and all of that. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, sooner or later, they are going to lose a game. Sooner or later, Toronto's going to win a game. I don't care if they have a bullpen or not, but that's my opinion. I hope Toronto doesn't do it tonight while we're on the air, but sooner or later, I mean, I cannot see them not winning at least 2 or 3 more. I know they're not playing well, but sooner or later, and they're home. Sooner or later, I know the Red Sox have a good 3 pitchers out there. The odds are so astronomical, and also, guys, and everyone here, how many times have the Yankees disappointed us? How many times does it look so perfect, and then they lose that one game and say, here we go again. And everybody, oh, they're not going to win the division. Then they win 2 in a row. Oh, they're going to win the division. I mean, there are some people, no matter what, say the Yankees are going to win the division, win, lose, or draw. And kudos to them because, they're sticking to their guns. But, no, Ken, it's not a question of not having faith.
What's up, Ken?
I mean, this year, Ken, was a crazy, crazy Yankee type of year, and you know that. Now, because of the fact that you believe they're going to win, other people have other opinions, Ken. I don't feel they're going to win. If they win, great. I'd be the first one to shake your hand. But I'm not going to stress. I am not going to feel bad if the Yankees don't win the division. Because at one point this year, we all thought they weren't going to make it. And I know you thought they were going to win. I understand that, Ken. But there are a lot of Yankee fans that don't think like you. Or, don't think what we're thinking. I said all along that they were going to get into the playoffs. I never doubted that. I had my rants and stuff. But I knew I did not care.
Yeah, quoting Yogi Berra, it ain't over till it's over. There you go. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, shout out to Fox 5 in New York. That's where my mentor, Tina Sebastian, works. They put up a great video. They cut up a great video of the Yogi Berra catch. So shout out to them. They put the videos up on Fox 5 New York.
Oh, nice. All right. Let's go to Michael. I'm not expecting to win the division, but there's still a chance, a small, and it might be. And what the people got to remember is if we tie, if we tie, we lose.
Yeah.
You have to win it outright. You're expecting a lot here.
Yeah.
It's great to dream, and I understand that. Listen, I'm not against it. I don't think it's realistic. Let's go
these games tonight are must win. I mean, because either the Red Sox are going to win or the Blue Jays are going to win.
From now to October 30th, every day is a must win. Mm-hmm. You know how hard that is to maintain for 1 month? Not easy. Jake, I don't think they're going to win the division either. But playing a wild card round is detrimental for this specific team. Their guys need rest. Well, as I've been saying, Jake, at this point, they're playing on adrenaline. Now it's not a question of rest or this and that. They're playing on adrenaline. And you want to put all that pressure, keep winning and keep winning and keep winning. You want to talk about being mentally tired. That's mentally tired. So, again, I'm not giving up. I'm just saying, thank God, thankfully, we're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And they're 2 games behind the Blue Jays right now. So
Yeah.
It's 2, but it's really 3.
That's why it's a must win. It's either the Red Sox are going to win or Blue Jays are going to win. So if the Red Sox win, then you have to win. Plus, you're probably not going to win the division. If the Blue Jays win, then well, the Red Sox, they can catch up ground too. So you don't want to fall to that second wild card spot.
Yeah. Hi, Celia.
It's time of the season to put up or shut up. You're right. Hey, Celia, good morning. Hey, my mindset is different. I see it as a failure if they don't win the division. It's not enough to just get in. Having that said, I don't think they're going to win the division.
I agree, Celia.
Right. And I agree too, but don't think of it as a failure, Celia. Remember, in June and July, we were all worried they weren't going to make the playoffs. So now they're making the playoffs. So how can that be a failure?
They also had a 7.5 game lead in the beginning of the year.
Yes. But and they also played crappy, and we all know that. And certain players went down. And Judge wasn't himself for over a month. Is he really back? Great. Mm-hmm. But now, and you had Stanton, who was playing like an animal, and now he's calmed down. Because you can't expect these guys to be 100% on their game every day. It's not normal. It won't happen.
I think Stanton is waiting until the postseason to really come on.
Yeah.
He's
a postseason. He's clutch in the postseason. Stanton comes up big in the postseason, and you've seen it in the last few playoffs for the Yankees, and that's the type of guy you want in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, RPG? What's up, John?
Hey, good point by RPG. Does Cleveland win the AL Central? It's possible.
Yeah, Tigers are fading.
The Guardians and Tigers. I think
John says, "Good morning, everyone." Forget about the Tigers. The Tigers are just they're just I don't know what happened to that team. Good morning, everyone. Realistically, the Yankees must win out the next 6 games. Hope that Boston can win 2, and the Rays can the Rays can win 1. I don't see it happening any other way. And remember, like you said on the prior show, John. Remember, it's not 2 games. Where it looks like 2 games, it's 3 games. You've got to beat them out. Period. You're expecting a lot. Then you're expecting them to play that very hard and then go into the playoffs, and they can't lose. So, I mean, listen, anything is possible, and I'm the first one to admit I want. It would be great to get first, but I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm happy. There are teams that are going home. They're going to go play golf after Sunday afternoon, 3:00. We're not.
Speaking of golf,
we are getting prepared for another series.
Speaking of golf, I'll be playing golf. I'll be playing golf all day on Thursday with my cousin. So,
well, have fun.
Yeah.
What happened? The 162 game season happened to the Tigers. Got tired. Yep. Yeah, and they also had some injuries, and Skubal hasn't been Skubal this time.
No, it's
so
weird. I mean,
he's
been consistent. He's been inconsistent up and down the season. Skubal. Tigers had 115.
So here's Ken's take. Tigers had a 15-game lead. Now it's 1 game over the Guardians. The Dodgers had 12-game lead. Now they're down to 2 games. So the Blue Jays can seriously cough up the division.
Yep.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see, guys. I'm not going to keep beating this on the head. We know our takes. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am not going to lose sleep if the Yankees are going to play in a wild card round. I really am not. The confidence in my team and our team, you got to let them do it. And you know what? Let them. And if anything else. Maybe the good Lord is saying they've got to earn it, and they really have to earn it this year. That's all. That's the way I look at it. Michael, my issue is I believe they have the best team in the league and probably won't win the division. I find that very frustrating. Well, how about leading up to the situation? They started the year without their number 1 starter. Max Fried comes in, and he's struggled in the playoffs. And he's struggled the last couple of years. I'm not It was a great sign. Don't get me wrong. But did we really think he was going to be this good? I mean, he's a good pitcher. Is he great? And borderline. Nobody had any confidence in Rendon. Look what he did. Nobody had confidence, and you know it. And then the bullpen, we thought was going to be better. The bullpen was just awful. And then they made some trades. And still, Bird, everybody, loved the Bird trade, did absolutely nothing. They sent him down, and they're not even thinking about bringing him back. I mean, Loizaga, they were counting on, and you can't count on him because he's so injury prone. And who really thought Devin Williams would be that bad and have over a 5 ERA the whole year? The whole year. So, I mean, there's just a lot to consider, guys. Celia, the problem is the wild card run is up in the air. You have one bad start from a pitcher, and you're basically done. You only have to win 2 games. The wild card really doesn't favor anyone. Well, yeah, but at least we're in there. Years ago, if you didn't win first place, adios, amigos. You would go join Nith and go playing golf. Yeah. Now you have a chance. Now you have a chance.
Actually, I invited all the Rockies players to come play golf on Thursday with me, since they're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, you're gonna get some more. There's no question about it. You're right.
Rock Radio, let's go. Come on.
Damon says, good morning, Damon. Make it work, not an excuse. Other teams do the same thing during the times of adversity during the season. Okay.
Good point, Damon.
By the way, speaking of Rock Radio, we should have still kept him.
Yeah.
That was a waste of a trade.
Yeah, that was. RP45, do you think Cal will break Judge's home run record? Well, it's getting close both ways. The games are finishing. I think he'll hit 60. I really don't know if he's going to break it. As you could see, we're getting close. I mean, got 6 games to go. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, he's at 58 right now. 58.
58.
58. Yeah.
He needs 4 more to tie and 5 to take the lead.
That's a lot.
I mean, he's been hitting. I mean, every game he's pretty much hitting a home run. So I don't know, if he keeps.
Well, here's the deal. Remember one thing: they're playing the Rockies.
But it's not at Coors
and that
Field,
pitching. So it could happen. They're in Colorado.
It's in Seattle. No, it's in Seattle.
Yeah, it's in Seattle.
Oh, in Seattle.
Luckily they're not.
But still.
Charles here.
Sometimes when a team starts losing, they start panicking and things spiral out of control. That may be the what's happening with the Tigers now. Yeah, very possible, guys. Very possible.
He doesn't know what's going on. Yep.
Hey, Charles. Good morning, big guy. Without Max and Rendon, we're not here. We're not in playoff berth.
Yeah, very, very true.
Yep. Totally agree. So I mean, there are some nice points here that really. I mean, hey, listen, Anthony Volpe.
Go to the next comment. Go to the next comment from Charles.
Nathan, take Jake Bird with you playing golf. All right, there you go. Well, he'll be in the Yankee plans for spring training. But if he doesn't show anything, don't be surprised if he's not released or traded.
He gone.
You're going to hear that tonight. That's for sure. Let's go back to Michael. I'm not going to feel sorry for the Yankees if they get knocked off the wild card round because they were the ones that put themselves in the situation. Okay?
Yeah.
No, I understand that. But again, it is what it is. We have to go with the flow, and like Yogi says, it ain't over till it's over. But just one loss and one Toronto win, and then you're really asking for too much. John Ferrazzo. Slater can go golfing with you too, Nathan.
He's probably bad
Well,
at
we
golfing.
all know how I feel about that goof. I mean, that player.
Bozo.
I mean, that's what you call a bozo. Bozo.
Actually, Yankees are going to sign Austin Slater to a 6-year deal. I heard. Worth
Yeah.
150.
And we're all going to become Met fans. You got a better chance of snow happening today. But that's beside. Well, like I say, I don't hate the Mets, but obviously if they play the Yankees, you know who I'm rooting for. But no, listen, one way or the other, the Yankees have to. Again, it doesn't bother me either any which way. I mean, everybody's like, okay, they win the division, they stay home and do nothing. Okay, fine. But then what? And then they come in, and if they're because they're rested or whatever, then you're chancing a rain out. What happens if there's a rain out and there's another day off? And then you have your relief pitchers that need work. Then what? So I don't know. Listen, it's a train of thought either which way. Nobody's wrong here. You got to make that understood. Nobody is wrong. It's just that we got to be realistic. That's all. Joe, you have been talking so much about Slater. I'm surprised you haven't dreamed about. No, I don't. No. I am not dreaming about Slater. That's number one.
More like 90s.
I don't even want. I'm scared even when he's in the lineup.
He's gonna be in the lineup tonight, I think.
Every time he's in the lineup, they lose.
No. Oh my God.
Well, do you see the swings that he takes?
Looks
like
like
this. Strike 3, you're out.
Yeah.
And give me a break. Hey guys, get some questions ready for ex-Yankee Goody.
Yep.
Who's going to be probably in about 20 minutes or so.
Yep.
He will be here 18 minutes or so, and we'll dissect and we'll pose the question to him if he thinks the Yankees have a real good shot to win this division.
And you should ask him about Cleveland Guardians because he did pregame and postgame stuff for Guardians this year too. So
sure, no problem. Yeah. Let's see. Will both New York City NFL teams go 0 for 4? The Giants have the Chargers. The Jets have the Dolphins.
No, Jets have a chance to beat the Dolphins. Dolphins are concerning. Dolphins are concerning to me. Giants are going 0 for 4. Chargers are a great team. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They're deep on the offensive side. Their defense is good. Jim Harbaugh has been playing at a high level. And how are you going to stop Justin Herbert? I mean, the Giants' defense is not. I mean, the secondary is kind of weak, and then you just we were losing. You just lost Tyrone Tracy for a while.
Yes, he's out.
Shout out. That's my guy right there. I'm connected with him through his management team. So
and Nick Bosa too.
Yeah, Nick Bosa. But so I think the Jets have a chance to win their first. Aaron Glenn has a chance to get his first win as a coach this weekend, and then Giants are. I don't know. That's gonna be a tough game for the Giants to win, and I don't know. Something has to change. I think Brian Dable is not. He's not telling everyone right now who's going to be the. In my opinion, no disrespect to Russell Wilson, his time is up soon. In my opinion, and I think they should showcase him for the trade deadline. There's a chance maybe teams might be interested in like the Bengals. Bengals, yeah. And I think once that happens, I think you're going to see Jackson Dart finally start. I mean, the era.
Not only that, but Dable has to try to save his job. I mean, that's the only way.
Man, he's on the hot seat. Brian Dable and Joe Sain should be on the hot seat.
They better be.
I mean,
I'm sick and tired of it.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you saw the fans are booing at the last game.
Yeah,
so
there were more Chiefs fans than Giants fans there.
Yeah,
everybody's selling their tickets. Nobody wants to deal with this team anymore.
So, WG, what's up, WG? No shot to win the division. Jays would have to lose too many games. All right. Hey, Ricardo's back. How you doing, Ricardo Cruz? How's it going? If the Yanks bats be more consistent and the bullpen pitch better, they can win it all. I have no question that they have a chance to win it all. My only question is the division, and like I said, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. RP45. Do the New York Mets get in, or do the Reds get in? That's
a great question. I like that question. I think
that's not great.
that's in my opinion, the Reds do have a chance. I think the Reds are going to. It's going to be interesting the last few games here. Who do the Reds have?
The Reds play the Pirates this week, and
the Mets have the Cubs.
The Mets have the Cubs, but then they also play. Let's see, the Reds play the Brewers on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the Brewers already clinched.
And then
the Mets play the Marlins.
Okay, so I guess now Mets schedule is favorable over the Reds because
a little bit
with the Brewers. But I expect to see the Brewers to rest some of their players since they already clinched. And by the way, Padres walked it off against the Brewers yesterday. They clinched the playoffs.
They had their celebration.
What's it called? And then, you know what? I'm gonna say this is my gut feeling. I'm gonna say the Reds overtake the Mets. I do really believe that. I think the way the Mets are playing.
Yeah, but did you see what Miami's doing?
Yeah, I know.
They're holding out their pitcher for the Mets. Yeah. So they really mean business. They want to beat the Mets.
They want to spoil them. They want to spoil them. I mean, ruin their.
They do it every year.
Yeah. Yep.
They do it almost every year, Nathan. They do it almost every year. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Didn't Goody pitch for Cleveland? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
Cleveland
he did.
Guardians, Texas Rangers, Yankees. His best years was at Cleveland. So to be honest.
Yeah, he struck out a lot of guys there. He was a good pitcher there. The Giants will go 0-4, and Dart will start game.
That's a possibility. I
think he could start this week.
Yeah, you never know.
Let's see. WG, the Mets have no momentum. Reds are playing good ball. The Mets are embarrassments in New York. Well, you never know, man. Baseball's a funny game. The Mets could just wake up this week and win every game, and they're back in the playoffs. So, baseball's very funny. It's not like the other sports. You take it inning by inning, as I've been saying. Remember, we babied the Yankees into where they are now. So, but the thing is, I don't bet against Terry Francona. What a manager. What a manager. Holy cow. That is before the Yankees settled on Boone, man, he would have been a perfect manager for the Yankees. He really would have.
So Tony, I'm good. My team and I are good friends with Tony Gwynn Jr. also. He works with the Padres broadcast team, and he said he's gonna let me. He said he's gonna let us know when he can come on the show.
Awesome. I would love to talk about the Padres, the possibility Yankee Padres World Series.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. That would be awesome. Miami has always given the Mets trouble. They would be nothing better. They would love nothing better than knocking them out of the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Joe is right. Every year they do this to their nemesis. They save their top pitcher just to ruin their playoff hopes. And I think this. I mean, who's the top pitcher for them this year that's going against the Mets that they're saving?
Alcantara.
Oh, Alcantara, that guy. Okay, but he's been on and off this year. But I don't know. You don't know what you're going to get.
He beats the Mets, but he beats the Mets. And one thing, if you follow that at the end of the year, the Marlins always get 3 or 4 runs in the first inning, and then it sails the Mets out of the game. It's absolutely insane. Some things never change. It's unbelievable. It really is. And I'll tell you, if that game goes to the wire, I think we're going to call that game on Sunday, guys. That'll be a lot of fun.
Breaking news.
You know, the Met fans will. I mean, everybody would be out in droves with that game. That would be unbelievable.
That's
And I
right,
think it's
September
going to
28th.
go down to the wire. I
Yep.
really do.
Oh,
Sunday, September 28th.
Yeah. Marlins pitcher on trial came off of Tommy John surgery. The first half, he was bad. Now he's lights out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard, for that. Thank you. Appreciate that. So,
what's up, Swingman?
yeah,
Lou?
you know.
Hey, man, Lou. Hey, good luck to your Red Sox.
What?
I hope your Red Sox beats the Blue Jays. So, Swingman Lou.
Yep. We'll do our job. You do your job.
The what?
We'll do our job.
All right.
They'll do their job.
Yeah.
Yankees will win. Red Sox.
Remember that the last game of the season, they knocked Glavine out and Costa. Yeah, well, we remember that game. Definitely remember that game. Let's see. If you guys are Sox fans for 3 days, yep, and like I say, we're calling that game tonight, everyone. So please come and join us, and our special guest that's going to be with me is Nathan's boy, Jason Michaels will be our co-host, and I'm going to give him the mic to do the play-by-play. Only he doesn't know that yet.
Evan and Jason Michael is going to be on the play-by-play tonight. So.
Oh, actually, I can't be on tonight, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why Jason has the full reign.
Yeah.
Doing the play-by-play commentary.
Full reign, everybody, let's go. that should be fun. That is going to be a really cool game. All games, yes, they all start at 3:00 to be on the same level, guys.
Yep.
But hopefully, some will go to Sunday. As long, I'd like to be nice and quiet. We know we're in the playoffs. I love that when you can just sit back and just watch everybody cream each other. But I don't know.
What day do you guys think we clinch? What day do you guys think we clinch? Do we clinch this week? Do we clinch on Friday?
I think we clinched this week somewhere.
This series against the White Sox, or
I think the White Sox series.
Okay.
SS says, I'm not rooting for the Red Sox, just rooting for the Blue Jays to lose.
No, Damien, to answer your question, I think Joe and Jason will call.
Oh, yeah, it's Jason Michaels tonight. Former MLB player. Yeah. Yeah, of course the Giants aren't going to clinch. I mean, we already knew that.
They're going to go 0-13, 0-16. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if both New York teams went 0 for 17 each?
Oh wait, yeah, the Jets and Giants don't play each other this year.
No, they don't.
Oh.
Next year they do. They both will lose. Find a way to tie like 3-3 or something.
Yeah, Swingman Lou says, very, very good point. Let me bring this up. Do not take the White Sox lightly, man. Just don't.
Yeah.
R45 says Yankees magic number is 4. I think the Mariners is 2.
No, Yankees magic number is 4? I thought it was.
That's what I've been saying. I'm checking it out again, and I know where I see this, they're never wrong. They are just never wrong. The
wild card is 2, I think.
Hold on. Let's see. Because every time
the White Sox lately.
Sean thinks we clinch tonight.
Sean is always very positive. Yeah. Always.
Yep.
All right. So this is the official. Let's see what we got here. Hold on, guys. All right. So we got the Toronto Blue Jays magic number to clinch the East is 4, and that's for the East. The New York Yankees to clinch the playoffs is 4. That's what it is. It's not 3. It's not 2. It's 4. So we cannot clinch tonight. Absolutely not. This site is never wrong. They are the best on NJ.com, and they're up to the minute.
So we can clinch tonight or no?
No.
4.
The best it could be is 2. When the Giants play you know what's really funny with the Yankees? They always clinch on a Wednesday. I don't know why. It's crazy, but they always clinch no matter what on a Wednesday. 99% of the time around this time, obviously, and it's funny. They never do it on a Monday. They never do it on a Tuesday. It's always Wednesday. When the Giants play the Jets, they should call the game the Toilet Bowl. Oh
Yeah, they call
God!
it the Snoopy Bowl, and the 0-6 Bowl,
The back
Terrible Bowl, the not the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, the Ripe Banana Bowl.
Swingman says, on my side, Giolito has been rocky. All I want is a quality start, and the Red Sox start to play to back up their baseball cards. Yeah, well, you miss Roman Anthony, man. That was a downer, and of course, Dev is. I mean, but he was causing trouble. But Roman Anthony is really missed, and you might get him back for the playoffs, and that'll be a big lift for you guys.
Yeah.
I have a good memory, but never pick up on that, Joe. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh, it's true, all right. As Kurt Angle would say, it's true. It's true.
Don't do it. How do you do? Do.
Oh, doing. How do you do? Vincent Chapman would be a better quarterback for the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. So we are a couple of minutes away from Nick Goody, everyone. Please get your questions ready.
Yep. Get your questions ready for Nick Goody.
And please, everyone, keep it baseball-wise, obviously, and be fair and let's rah. Nick Goody is kind enough to come on this morning. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, my team and I booked him for today at 9:30, so stay tuned. And he's he's my coworker also. He's my coworker also at the Job of the Mouth show. So
read my comment, please. All right. When we clinch, we can wear our shirts. It's right in front of us. Charles, you bad boy. Losing Roman was, in my opinion, the nail in the coffin. What type of player are we getting back? Look at Abreu 0 for 4 strikeouts, can't simulate a live baseball. He's not a bad player, though, Abreu. Every time I see him, he does very well. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hey, guys, can you talk for 2 seconds? I got to drop for exactly 1 minute, please. I'd really appreciate it. It's very important.
All right, guys. While you guys wait for Nick Goody, so to answer, what do you? How did I go? Joe has to do. All right. Charles said when we clinch, we can wear our shirts. It's right. It's right in front of us. Oh my God.
We turned the corner.
Savage is in the box. Remember that comment?
Me up 2019. Now let's see. We got Swingman Lou. My point is when they're sitting and not playing 4 to 6 weeks, timing is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think for the Red Sox, that could be. It's important for the Red Sox to make the wild card because they can definitely go on a run. Mm-hmm. Maybe a slight chance that Roman Anthony comes back, but for the Yankees, it's different. They're more of a veteran team.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'll be nice making the wild card, but I think we should try to win the division. I think that's
the Yankees. Yeah, that's the Yankees' goal should be winning the division. Like I said, they're still within striking distance. They just have to focus on themselves, and hopefully the Red Sox can do good against the Blue Jays, and then the Blue Jays, whoever plays them next, can do the same thing. But the Yankees just have to focus on themselves. So, yep, there you go, Charles. We need to keep playing our game. That's it. Okay, I think Goody's in.
Goody.
All right. Joe, Goody's in wherever you are. What's up, barbecue man? Mantra.
Hey, BBQ. What?
You can drop me soon. Drop me now and then.
Okay. All right, everyone. Right on time, and nothing more than a Yankee at heart. We're going to bring up former Yankee relief pitcher Nick Goody, and we're going to welcome him to the show. So nice of him to take time this early morning.
What's up, guys?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? It's Joe and NY Mania. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just dropped the kids off, got home, and just in time to hop on.
How are
You guys doing good? Y'all doing good?
Cool.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God. Sorry for that slow thing. But so how are you, first of all? And how's the family? And what have you been up to these days before we get into your baseball career?
I'm good. Trying to stay busy. Doing some coaching, some baseball. Coached at Florida Collegiate Summer League, helping coach a high school around here called the Masters Academy. Running a bunch of lessons. Kids are good. They're in baseball. One of them is. The other one's about to start baseball probably in the spring. And
Awesome.
Wife's good. We're all just hanging out, man. We're just trying to figure out my next career path.
Oh, that's great. And I'm sure you're gonna pick a great one and go forward. But so we wanted to touch a little base about so your career. When was it that you actually knew, hey man, I can do this. I'm going to the major leagues, period. When did that start? And just what made you believe? And just let us know how you felt, what age and when.
Well, I think it starts at a very young age. Probably when I was in elementary school, maybe first or second grade. There was like three things I wanted to be when I grew up. It was Major League Baseball player, professional surfer. I live in Florida, so surfing is kind of popular here, or an astronaut.
Wow.
Astronaut's not necessarily off the table yet. I think my professional surfing days are gone, but the astronaut could be a possibility. I'd have to go back and get a master's degree. I actually looked into doing that after post baseball, but I think it starts at a young age, and I just loved the game, and I loved watching it. I used to lay in bed with my grandpa, watch baseball games, the home run derby, all that, and it's just a bug. And I wasn't always the best player, so I had to work harder than everybody else, or just to keep up, really. I played with a lot of good players that were much better than me that should have made it. But I think the biggest thing is the drive and between the ears. It's a very mental game, as you know. But it starts at a young age. I had a great, my parents were very supportive. I had a lot of great coaches that helped me throughout the way. I wanted to play shortstop in the big leagues. My favorite player at the time was Rafael Furcal. He was a shortstop for the Braves. Wasn't much of a Yankees fan growing up. Ended up becoming a Yankees fan once they drafted me. And when you get into professional baseball, I think some guys still have their favorite teams, but a lot of guys, the teams really don't matter. It's more about just the relationships that you've built and the players that you follow. And so, I wanted the Yankees to win, but at the same time, I just wanted the guys that I knew that I came up with and played with to do well. But I think to answer your question, when did I know? I think you just know at a young age. But when did I feel like, that it was starting to happen was probably my sophomore year at State College of Florida, which is a community college down in Bradenton. It's about 2 hours from my house. And I went there actually to play shortstop and started shortstop my freshman year, was hitting leadoff, like switch hitter, played really well. And then I got the error bug where I just started making a ton of errors, and I had no idea what it was. I think it was a sign from God, like, hey man, if you want to do this, like, it's not going to be at shortstop. And so reluctantly, I gave up the bat. It wasn't an easy decision. And my junior college coach, Tim Hill Sr., we all called him Seven, sat me down and told me and was like, hey, I want to put you on the mound. And I fought it. I definitely fought it. Thought about leaving the school. My wife, my girlfriend at the time, who's my wife now, told me, she was very adamant. Like, you gave him your word. Like, you better stand by it. So I said, okay, can't argue with a woman. And so I stayed there, and the velocity started coming, and I think that's when I really I started getting a lot of love from the scouts and from college teams, and I think that's when I kind of knew all right, this is my path.
Now, when you first walked into a major league ballpark, I'm sure you finally said, "Oh my God, I really did this." And who did you idolize from when you walked on the field? Of who was there and who was your surroundings? What were your feelings on that?
Well, I had played in my head thousands of times of being in a major league clubhouse. So when I got there, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I made it. It was like, finally, it was like, all right, now let's get the game going. I had already been there a million times, thousands of times in my head. Before every game, I'd always envision myself, while I was sitting in the locker room, like, all right, even in college, like when I close my eyes, when I wake up, when I open my eyes, I'm going to be in, I just think it was the Rays clubhouse. I didn't really know what their clubhouse looked like, but they're the closest team to me. And so I always thought it was going to be the Tampa Bay Rays. And so when I got to Minnesota is where I actually first got called up. It was cool. It was cool, but it was more like, all right, where's my locker? Where's my stuff? You have that moment, I guess, when you sign your contract and everything and it becomes official. Where you're like, wow, this is really cool. But I played at LSU, so I was used to big crowds, loud crowds, but I don't know if anything really ever prepares you for the major leagues. The game's faster. It is really a show. It's a show. It's a production, and it's just a production with the multiple outcomes that could happen any second, and so. It wasn't like a shock to me. More so, it was like, all right, I deserve to be here. I put the work in. I deserve to be here. Now let's get going. Now, I didn't play like that. I definitely didn't play like that in the beginning, especially in New York. But to get back to what you were saying, who did I idolize? I didn't really idolize anybody. There was nobody that I was like, because when you get to that point, they're your teammates. I came up with Aaron Judge, I came up with Gary Sanchez and Dante Bichette, Cito Culver, some of these guys that maybe you don't know. Jake Cave was another one who had a nice little career. Rob Refsnyder still playing. So, I didn't really idolize anybody. It was more so what can I learn from them? And, I tried to pick their brain as much as I can. I watched. I did a lot of watching the first year. I clung tight to Nathan Eovaldi. He was one of my really good buddies in New York. Andrew Miller became a really good friend of mine. Dylan Betances was always there. So I mean, these guys that are around that are willing to help the rookie, and that kind of took me under their wing, which is really nice. So I wouldn't say I idolized them, but I respected the crap out of them because it's they didn't need to do that, but they're just good people and good teammates.
Great. We have a couple of questions for you, Nick, if you don't mind. Yeah. Charles, an avid viewer here, says, Nick, what was your favorite ballpark to play in while you were in the major leagues?
I get this one a lot, actually. Favorite stadium I played in was Progressive Field in Cleveland, 100%. It's just the feel is just different. It feels like real, it just feels like it's really hard to describe it, old school baseball, it's just there's a for one, there's a lot of tradition there. For two, it's pretty pitcher friendly. You have the big wall in right field. And they added a jet stream into right field, so the balls actually carry pretty well there. But I loved it there when I loved the atmosphere. I loved it when I played as a visitor, and then when I actually played for the Indians, Guardians. I really loved it. I love the mound. I feel like you're right on top of them, and the fans are they're great. As a visitor, they were great. They were really good. And then as a somebody who played there, they were always great. And then my second favorite was probably I like to say Citi Field just because it's the same type of feel. It was a little bit bigger, pitcher friendly park too. I'm not sure what the dimensions are now. I know they changed it recently, but I liked playing there. Good mound as well. Like a lot of it's based off the mound. So I enjoyed pitching against the Mets. I thought they were really good. Now the best food was definitely the Yankees for sure. Not even close. They really show out.
They put out a great spread.
Oh, the spread's unbelievable. I mean, it's the top. It's the top. Like it's electric what they do, and the people are really good there. But I also like playing in Tampa too because it's home. So I got a lot of my family to come who couldn't usually see me on the road, or in Cleveland or whatever. So a lot of my family would come to Tampa, which was always cool. Now the stadium's not the best there per se, but it's a nostalgic feeling.
You're the first one that says they enjoyed playing in Tropicana Field. Oh my God!
I mean, I wouldn't say I necessarily like loved it, but I love the fact that my family could come down and watch, and getting 30 people to come to the game and experience that with me, even for the 3 or 4 hours that they were there, which is that's what it's about, man. It's like when you're at the top, for me, I wanted everybody to experience that, and so that was pretty cool. Loudest stadium was probably Yankee Stadium for sure. Postseason gets crazy there. Fans are absolutely electric. They're wild. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure, as you know.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. It is really, it's nuts. And that must have been a great experience for you. And hey, listen, you can't beat it. That state. Now, I don't know. Were you ever in the older stadium, the old stadium that they had, because that was the loudest. There was no louder stadium than Yankee Stadium, like in the 1998s, the 2000s, the mid, even. All right, the new stadium was good, but the surroundings, it's just different. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's very corporate feeling.
Yeah.
No, I never got a chance to play in the old one, but the new one is that's it's very business. Where I'm from Florida, it's a small town, but tons of baseball fields everywhere. I like kind of the backyard.
Well, something's you have a question here from Teresa here in the chat, and she asks, and first of all, thanks for being here, and she definitely remembers watching you pitch for the Yankees. She wanted to know, being away from the family, from your wife, and everybody. How do you deal with that? How do you put all that emotion into everything?
It's definitely not easy. Oh, you got some static coming through the back or something. Somebody vacuuming?
Sorry, I'm actually at Montclair right now, and I think they got Lindsay.
Oh, yeah, somebody's him.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Sorry about that. I didn't know where it was coming from, so I just.
Yeah, no worries. No, I'm just sitting in the game room here. Being away from family, probably the hardest thing to deal with. I don't think a lot of the average fan doesn't understand what actually goes into being a Major League Baseball player. It's you're there for basically 11 hours a day. So it's a fun job, but it's still a job at the end of the day, and that's how you get treated. I mean, they try to do their best to make it family, but at the end of the day, if you don't perform, you're going to get cut, right? And
right.
So it can be stressful. It can wear on you. Earlier in my career, I just, it was just my girlfriend who's, my wife now. We're high school sweethearts. So she worked, so she didn't travel with me as much. So I would go and play. And then eventually when I, got to Cleveland, I told her I want you to travel with me. I want you to experience this lifestyle and get to live like this for, cause I don't know how long it's going to be. So let's ride it out. And so that was a lot better having family around for sure. And then we had kids, my first one, Braxton, we had while I was in Cleveland. And for like the first 4 months of his life, I think I saw him for a total of like 17 days. So when he was born, I got to go down. We had a C-section. And I went, let's say he was born on Saturday. I flew in on Friday. We had him on Saturday. I flew back out on Sunday. So like I got to see him, 8 hours or 9 hours. It was pretty brutal, to be honest. And then then you get out of baseball and people are like, yeah, I got 6 months off for maternity leave. I'm like, dude, I had 72 hours. I was in and out. So that can be, that part kind of wears on you, and then you're gone for 8 to 10 months out of the year. And, you come back, and if you haven't kept up with everybody, people look a little different, maybe look a little older or whatever. And you miss birthdays and you miss anniversaries and funerals. I've missed multiple funerals and weddings for sure. A lot of my friends had weddings that I didn't get a chance, family members, because you're playing and you're expected to be there and do that. So yeah, it's hard to balance, but at that time, my wife had a good understanding of what the lifestyle was like, because I had played 2 hours away in Bradenton, and then I played 10 hours away at LSU for college. So she was used to me being gone. And, you just have to trust your spouse or trust, your significant other at that time. And we built a really good relationship, and, a lot of trust goes into that. It's not for everybody. It's not easy, but I think if you trust the person that you're with, and it makes things a lot easier.
Okay. You have a question from John. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Did you play with CC Sabathia? And if you did you have any discussions with him about pitching? There it is, number 52.
Yep.
That answers your question, John.
Yeah, I played with CC. He was actually another teammate who took me under his wing as well. Fantastic player, obviously, and a wonderful person. Just salt of the earth. As soon as I walked in, extremely welcoming. Like, just he's like a big teddy bear off the field. On the field, he's savage, right? But like off the field, he's a big teddy bear. And we had multiple talks about pitching, not so much in depth. We talked a lot about, like, he was watching Peaky Blinders one time, and we talked about shows and stuff that we're into. But I mean, he's your teammate. I see him every day, would say what's up, talk to him every day. As far as like getting into pitching and stuff, not so much. Every now and then we would talk, but two totally different roles. He's a starting pitcher on his way to a Hall of Fame career, and I was, middle relief with the Yankees. So we would talk, and we, at that time, you have different scouting report meetings and all that. So he would go in probably the day before or the day of, get his report, where I would go in and with the relievers and do our own report. So he was in the same locker room with me, and I always liked to watch him. He always had the best shoe game and cleat game for sure. But he was like, we call those type of players thermostats. So when they enter a locker room, they're there because the temperature changes just a little bit, or a lot of it, really. And for CC, it was a lot of it. Like, we knew he was there. He's large and in charge, and but it never really came off that way. But everybody loves CC Sabathia. He's one of the greatest left-handed pitchers of all time. And when I got traded to Cleveland, we talked a little bit about Cleveland out in right field when he was shagging, and it was really good to get his perspective on things. And he loved Cleveland too. Like, he loved New York, but he also loved Cleveland. That's where he kind of, per se, grew up, or like his college years were there.
Yeah, and what about Mariano Rivera? Were you lucky enough to? I'm trying to think. Going back a little bit. Were you with Mariano Rivera also? Right.
Yeah, I got him
there
up
he
there.
Is. That's awesome.
So Mo, I didn't actually play with. I did a spring
awesome.
training. Yeah,
awesome.
I got a couple.
That's awesome.
Couple good jerseys in here. I got some cool things. Mo, I didn't actually play in the big leagues with. My first spring training was 2013. He was rehabbing, I think, from his knee injury he had in the outfield. I think that's when it was. And I was rehabbing my ankle because right before the first game of spring training, I got in a car accident that kind of derailed it did derail my spring training really bad. But it was my first spring training. I'm in Major League camp. I'm excited. I was pitching well up until this point. Get into a car accident, tear my ligaments in my ankle. So I'm basically in Major League camp. I'm in Major League camp now, and I'm basically rehabbing with like Derek Jeter and Mariano Rivera. CC would come in, and so I got to see all these guys, and Mo and we talked quite a bit. He's a very faithful man, and honestly, like I don't really get starstruck so much because they're just people, at the end of the day. They just are really good at what they do. But he was somebody that I guess I was more I don't want to use that word starstruck, but not because of baseball, but more because of his faith and who he was as a person, and then how humble he was, and he was also the best ever, right? Like I think he's the only one with 100% Hall of Fame ballot voting or whatever. And so it was more like, I wanted to soak up as much as I could from Mo. But we had great conversations. That was in 2013. I saw him briefly a couple times, would say hi throughout the years. And then in 2015, I was in AA, and I hadn't talked to Mo in quite a while. And I'm in AA, I'm pitching well. And he comes in the locker room. I think he threw the first pitch out. And I'm like, Mo, you probably don't remember. And he's like, Nick. He's like, yeah, of course. How's your ankle? And I hadn't talked to him in like 3 years. And I'm like, dude, what?
Wow,
like,
that's
how
awesome.
how do you, what I'm saying? I was just some kid who just was drafted, and he remembered my first name, remembered my last name, asked me about my ankle, asked about my family, and I'm just like, dude, what? Like I was mind blowing. So Mo to me is like the pinnacle human being / baseball player. Like he's just fantastic.
Yeah, no question. Evan has a question for you. What do you know, and what do you like? How do you like Matt Blake, the current pitching coach for the New York Yankees? How do you feel about him? If you have any knowledge about him?
Yeah, so I've known Matt Blake for quite a while. I first met him at Cressy Performance, and I think it was in Boston. That's where he worked. Eric Cressy has also worked. I think he still works for the Yankees. Does a lot of like the shoulder and rehab, builds the strength programs for them, or at least has a hand in doing that. So I met Matt quite a while early in my career, probably 2012 off season, where I went up there. I think it was 12 or 13, and worked out with him. Loved him. Thought he was great. So then I go, play with the Yankees. And then I get traded to Cleveland. Well, Matt Blake is still in Cleveland at the time. I think he's like the pitching coordinator or the director of pitching or something for Cleveland at the time. And so, we rubbed elbows, spoke. He's an awesome guy. Very humble himself, almost too humble. I feel like he should project a little more, but he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant when it comes to baseball. And just by looking at him, you wouldn't think, but the guy is a stellar pitching coach. And so in Cleveland, Matt, I'm still with Cleveland. I get a call from somebody within the Yankees organization, and they asked me, what do I got on Matt Blake? Because at the time he was interviewing for the Yankees. And so I told him, like, hey, this is, you need him. Like, this is your guy. And I didn't know he was going for the major league pitching coach job, but then after I told, I was honest. Like I loved him. I thought Matt Blake was fantastic, and I thought he was a really good pitching coach. And not only that, like he cares. And that's a big thing in coaching, is like, give me your care factor. And so I gave him a good review. He earned it. So I gave it to him, and next thing you know, he's a pitching coach for the Yankees in the big leagues, and I couldn't be happier for him. I still can text him today, and he'd get right back to me, and the Yankees are filled with a lot of good people, And I think people lose sight of that. Fans lose sight of that because of their performance on the field. It doesn't always go the way you want, but at the end of the day, like they are genuine people. And don't get me wrong, every team has bad apples, but the Yankees, they do a really good job of vetting who they're getting. And like there's probably not one guy in that clubhouse who's a turd.
Yeah, oh, wow. That's what I think that everybody here wants to hear, Nick, as being a fact that's Yankee oriented. But no, I appreciate that and your views for that. Charles asks, Nick, what do you think about the new pitch clock? Do you like it? Would you have liked it when you were pitching? How do you feel about that?
A little. I go back and forth with the pitch clock. I like it as a fan and now as a coach. So I think it's great because the games go by a little bit faster. You know, you have to get on. I wouldn't have liked it when I pitched because I was pretty slow. I took my time. I tried to breathe. Like I tried to, wasn't throwing 100 miles an hour. I didn't have necessarily the best stuff, although I believed I did. But, analytically now I probably didn't, right? I as a player,
I don't go with that.
I probably wouldn't have liked it.
I don't like analytics. We won't even get into that. You'll be with us for the next 10 hours.
Well, analytics are good. There's a time and a place for it. And now being on the other side, there's definitely a lot of good that can come from it. I still think you need to go with your gut. I still think you need to trust your decision. Your eyes usually don't lie to you. If you've been around this game long enough, you can tell. But at the end of the day, like the pitch design and learning different metrics and how the ball plays, I think it's good for some players. Some players, I think it could swamp them and they can get in their own head. But you have to pick and choose who you project that to as a coach. Now, players can go in the off season, which they do. They go to pitching facilities such as Driveline or Tread or the Arm Farm here in Florida, and they can learn it on their own as well. But and also, I believe it's how you present it to players. We're speaking analytics here. It's how you present it to players, right? Like, because too much analysis can lead to paralysis, and then you have guys who are spinning. And some guys want it, some guys don't. I think it's how the coach filters it through and whether or not they can relay it to them in a way that makes sense. So I do think it's good. I don't think it's the end all be all, but I think it's definitely like a slice of the pie, if you will. Right? Or it's a tool in the utility belt. And think about it this way. When coaches make decisions from a fan's perspective, because it's easy to go, oh, well, the analytics said this or the analytics said that. I'm a pilot as well. And you're taught to use all available resources, right?
Yes.
All available resources. If you have 1 soul or 300 souls on the plane, you want to make sure the plane goes up. If something happens, you use all available resources. So why wouldn't you want to do that in a baseball game? Right? Like, let me use that available resource. At the end of the day, as the manager or for piloting, the pilot in command, you have the ultimate authority to override what is actually done. In managing, you can make a decision or not. As a pilot, same thing. You can make a split decision that is life and death, right? But if we think of it as fans as, all right, Booney or Voter, they're using all available resources when they make this decision, then I think it's a little more palatable. At the end, it's still the same, right? It's still the same. Oh, you went with analytics, but there's a reason behind that. I think some of the older managers, Tito, Bruce Bochy, some of those guys, they use that, but they also go with their gut. And because they can. They've been around the game long enough. They've seen thousands and thousands of baseball games, and they have. I think the managerial, the GM and all that, the people up top in the front office, they can trust them. Is it always right? No, it's not always right. But at the end of the day, if you go up there and say, "Look, I went with my gut. I've watched thousands of baseball games. That's what I went. It worked." Then great. It didn't work. Okay, maybe next time, I'll look into it a little more as far as analytics go.
Now leading up to the same question, basically, what do you think of the ghost runner in the extra innings?
I don't even know what that is. Ghost runner? You gotta explain that one to me. That's something I did when I was like 8.
Yeah, no. They put a runner on second in the top of the 10th inning
Yeah, I know that.
automatically, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like, how do you feel about that as a relief
You're
pitcher?
just talking
You
about
can't.
you're talking about extra innings, putting a ghost, starting the 10th inning with a
Yeah,
runner on second.
sorry. I
Oh,
just okay.
I didn't know that was called the ghost runner. I just thought, that was just what it is. I didn't like it, to be honest. I didn't like it. It's just, you
It's
know why
not
it's there.
good
It's
to
there to
you.
it's there to get the game over with faster, is what it's there for, right?
Right.
But baseball's a timeless game. There shouldn't be a time limit on it. It's literally a chess match. So, like, for me, I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan of it. But listen, how baseball gets funded is through TV deals and fans and all that. And it's kind of like you want to cater to the fans, but the traditionalists of the game, they're probably not going to like it. But at the end of the day, they still love baseball, so they're still going to watch.
Okay, and Ricardo asked Nick, who do you think is going to the World Series this year?
Wow. It's a good one.
That's putting you on the spot.
Well, listen, Cleveland is playing really well right now. It's hard to say because they've just mowed through some crazy teams. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. And I think they're finally starting to come in. They've proven to be very resilient, losing Clase and Ortiz and everything else that's happened in that organization this year. They've proven to be really resilient. They might be too young. I'm not sure if they had the firepower to get through the postseason. It's a gauntlet. I like what they're doing. I think Philly has a good chance. Milwaukee's definitely up there as far as national leagues. The Dodgers are always in the run. They have their starting 5 all A's, and then they're starting 5 if somebody goes down, and the AAA is all like 1A's, 1B's, like A1, A2s. So they're definitely built to last. Milwaukee's just been playing really good this year. I think they have a strong chance from top to bottom. They've won 95 games. So I would say either Milwaukee or Philly for the National League, and then the American League. I'm looking at the standings now. Detroit was hot in the beginning, and I thought Detroit had a chance. They have a good mix of veteran players, younger players. Their bullpen's pretty solid. Tommy Kahnle, former Yankees there, anchoring that down. I know they're adding, I think, Paul Sewald. I think he's coming at some point. I'm not sure. So they're definitely going to be contenders. I don't look. I'm just going to pick. I think it would be real interesting if we saw like a Milwaukee Toronto. I'm gonna pick Toronto.
Milwaukee. Okay. All right.
Earlier in the year, I picked the Reds. I picked the Reds to win because of Terry Tito.
A lot of people did. And you still can. You don't know. I wouldn't bet against Terry. I would.
They're 14. They're 14 and a half back.
No way. Dennis says. What? Cincinnati?
I didn't hear you. Yeah,
we're talking about Terry Francona now, right?
Yeah, since he's 14 and a half back with a month to go. Not happening.
Yeah, but they have a great chance for the wild card. But they have a great chance of the wild card. They're tied with the Mets.
Yeah, but they're still, what are they, 5.5 back, 8 back? That's tough. I mean, there's a chance. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely a chance, but it's a steep uphill battle for sure.
I don't know. Cincinnati. Cincinnati's going to be. It could overtake the Mets. I really believe there's a very good possibility. One quick thing.
They're tied with the Mets now. They have the same record with the Mets. 80 and 76.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
a little confused. I'm saying there's no way. There's no way I would bet against Terry. I just wouldn't. Francona's a great manager, no question about it. One thing for you, Dennis is saying, please tell Nick he needs to make a comeback. He's only 34. One more run, Nick. Come on, one more run.
Yeah, no, I've considered it, to be completely honest. About 5 months ago, I just went to the baseball field and got a gun on me and was 92 off the mound. So I was like, all right, it's still there. Slider was still good. I literally like didn't pitch off the mound or face hitters in, I don't know, a year or so, 2 years, whatever. And faced 4 guys, struck out 3. And these guys are all playing independent ball, which is a little different. But and then I was considering going back to Mexico because that was probably going to be the only offer I had. And they were considering taking me back, or they wanted me to come. But I had already committed to Cleveland doing pre and post game shows. So I kind of was like, I already told them I was going to do the TV stuff. So I couldn't do both. I couldn't be in Mexico pitching and then fly to Cleveland and fly back. It would just been way too much. And I don't think that necessarily they would have let me do that because I'd be gone for a week. But
and you're a man of your word, you're a man of your word. So that's great. I mean, you do what you need to do.
Bit me in the butt a couple times, cost me a little bit of money. But, at the end of the day, like, if you don't have your word, what do you got?
Yeah, no, you listen, you're never wrong to be truthful and smart at what you're doing. So kudos to you for that. You're going with your gut and your heart, and that's great. We do have a little surprise for you. And first of all, I want to thank you so much for taking some time here in the morning to come on NY Mania. Thank you, you and everybody. And you've been so great. And, of course, anybody that's a Yankee or an ex-Yankee is always welcome on our show anytime, man. I've heard unbelievably nice things about you. And I definitely – this says it all. I mean, it is. You're a great guest, and I really appreciate you being here. But I do have a little surprise for you, so we're going to bring him up if we can. There he is.
Oh, boy.
How you doing?
Man? What's up, my guy?
Special guy right there, let me tell you.
Yo,
yeah, man.
Hey,
I tried to get on last week, but like I told Nith, I was like, it wouldn't be fair if I only gave him 10 or 15 minutes. Like, I wanted to schedule this out to where we can actually, whoever has questions, I'll sit here and answer all the questions they have. Like, get you as much, content and everything as you need and whatnot. So it actually worked out great today.
Yeah, thank you for Nick.
Yes,
Nick, thank you for joining Joe's show on the show. We've been helping out. We've been helping out Joe for a month now, bringing guests on the show too. So, thank you for joining the show. They work hard too. So,
yeah, man, absolutely, dude. You know that.
Yep.
Yeah, and if we could just ask you one quick thing, actually 2 quick things.
Whatever you got. I'm here, man. I scheduled this out, so we got it. Whatever you need, let's ride.
No, I just wanted to ask you, as we're getting closer to we're going to do like a roundtable baseball show with ex-players, whoever we will come on, just to discuss the playoff picture once we get started. And I would love to invite you back and talk to us and really get all your feelings and dissect every team, what you see, what you don't see, and what worries you, what makes you feel confident in the team. So if you could consider that, we'd really appreciate it. We'll let you know my way in time when the show's going to be, and we'd love to invite you here.
Yeah, let me know. Biggest thing to look for fans now, especially coming here in December or September, look for the bullpen management. That's going to be a big one. You guys don't pay attention to that. So, for one, like the Phillies are probably not going to throw their number 1 guys so much in September because they've already clinched. And so they might lose a few games here and there. But at the end of the day, like they're building towards the postseason. So fans need to realize that. Not a lot of people do. It's hard to understand when your team's losing games and you're betting money. But at the same time, like who care? I mean, yeah, we care about winning in September. We do. But if you've already clinched, now our picture is, well, first the game at hand. But the bigger picture is how are we going to build and keep our guys ready for, the ALDS, CS, and World Series.
And also, and then
Tell them about the
Nitin
November.
and Evan, if you like.
Yeah. Tell them about the November 11 show too.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. My second one is on November 11th. We're putting together an incredible show to celebrate the troops and to say thank you to giving us that we are able to watch these games, play these games, be a ball player. And we were wondering if you would come on, if you have a story, somebody you love, or yourself, or somebody that did something incredible for the country, for you. We would love for you to come on November 11th and say a few words. And we're inviting you now to be part of this team.
Yeah, let me know. I mean, I know it's November 11th. I'm not sure where I'll be at that specific date.
Right.
I'm still trying to work my way back into baseball now. Talking about Dennis, I definitely would love to play again, but at the same time, I found a real passion for coaching, and so been trying to coach. Spoke to the Yankees multiple times. Now that we can have beards, I think it'd be a great fit.
Let's go. We want you on the Yankees coaching staff, man. Come on.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's the goal.
Yeah, definitely.
And also tune in. Hey guys, whoever's in the chat, tune into our Job in the Mouse show too. Nick Goody's a big part of that too. We had our show yesterday. It's Monday and Wednesday, starting at 7:30. We have some pretty good guests lined up coming up. So stay tuned. Is with Jabba, Nick, Errol, Marks, Speedy. We call him Speedy, but his name is Kyle, but we call him Speedy as his nickname. But please check it out. We do some great stuff, and we have multiple segments and. It's a fun show. It's a comedy show. We mix in everything. So I'm glad to be part of that team, also helping them out. And shout out to Nick and Java and everybody on that show. So please tune in and subscribe and like too. So we got some big things coming up. I'm working on some big things for them also when it comes to live shows. So hopefully soon that happens.
Yep.
And we have one question from Katie. She's a big Yankee fan. My question is for your special guest, Nick. What was your favorite part? What was your favorite part of playing for the New York Yankees?
Good question.
Oh man. Well, first off, anytime you get a chance to put on a major league uniform, it's special, right? I mean, it's what you work for. It's the pinnacle of baseball. It's the biggest. You're one of the top 750 players in the world at the time. So anytime you get to put a uniform on, it's special. Putting on the pinstripes, for one, I came up in the Yankee system, so I was used to putting on the pinstripes, and even from when I got drafted by them twice. But when I first put on the pinstripes, it felt different, but it didn't really hit me until I was standing in my locker, put on my pants, and then you put on the jersey and you feel like Superman. If you literally feel like, you can fly. Like, it's crazy. It's just it's a different feeling. And then, you're part of, you just walk around the stadium, look at all the history that's there. Like, everybody in the big leagues wants to play for the New York Yankees. Everybody does. It's known. Like, and now that you can have beards, we probably would have got Brian Wilson.
There's a couple.
Yeah, well, maybe one or two, but let's say 99.9% of the major leagues want to be a New York Yankee.
No,
it's the pinnacle. It's the most recognized brand in the world, the Yankees, and it's just a surreal feeling. Like, it's really hard to put into words, but I've had 2 kids, and those have been like the highlights. My wedding and and our babies and all that. And then a close third, fourth, very, very close is pitching for the New York Yankees, and pitching in the big leagues in general, but pitching for the Yankees. And when you do really good there, like when you pitch well, I went on a little run where I was all right, it was even better. So I didn't like right field, to be honest. Right field's a little too short for me, but the fans are just like, I mean, they're second to none. They're crazy, and I love it.
One last thing I wanted to bring to you, Dennis asked you, can you please explain the bullpen pitchers have to run why they have to run during a fight? Do you guys laugh? Do you really think it's worthwhile? Always makes me laugh.
It's the dumbest thing. It's literally the dumbest thing. It is so dumb. Especially in some pens, like in Cleveland, you guys are stacked up on top of each other, and you have to run through the same door, right? In Baltimore, you have to walk down this like sketchy paved like little walkway where you legitimately could slip, and multiple people have slipped and fall. In LA, you have to walk through the same door. And so it's just like you sit there and you spend a lot of time with the opposing bullpen, so you get to know the guys and get to like them for the most part. And so when something happens on the field and you're all running through the same door, it's like, hey, all right, yeah, you can go. All right, I'll go. All right. It's like, it's so dumb. Like, if we're going to brawl, like, let's just brawl in the bullpen. Like, what are we doing? It doesn't it's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing. But if you don't run out there, everybody's like, oh, he's not supporting the team. It's like, dude, what are we going to do? Like, I'm literally running out here, wasting energy, wasting my time most of the time. I mean, there's some that, probably deserve a couple blows. And I do like that. I think baseball needs to get back to that. Like, we need to do like hockey. Throw the gloves down, agree, and let's just duke it out real quick.
Like Jose Ramirez and Tim Anderson.
Yeah, or Ventura and Nolan Ryan. Like, I mean, let's let them brawl for a minute. Let's see what happens. I think that would boost the ratings even more if you had guys who threw their bats and gloves down and was like, all right, let's go. It'd be very interesting to see. I guarantee you the ratings would soar through the roof. But yeah, it's dumb. I think it's dumb. But then again, it's like one of those unwritten rules. You have to run out there. You have to be a team player, support your team.
Or even the remember the Jose Batista fight?
Yeah,
that was
Odor.
crazy.
Odor. So I played for Texas too, and Odor. After that happened, like, he was my teammate in Texas, and I got to know him. He couldn't buy anything in Texas. People were they loved him so much, everything was free. Like, he's like, he couldn't buy the nicest steak in Texas. They were like, no, we get all in the house. He's like that punch he threw is historic.
The best thing he did.
Yeah, maybe. He had a few good years there, but
he did. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was, he definitely, he knows. He knows.
That's great.
Yep.
Guys, you have any more questions?
I just wanted to say, Nick, thank you for your insight on Matt Blake. That was actually going to be my question, because he was the assistant director of pitching development with Cleveland. So thank you for that. And I also wanted to say congratulations on coming back from Tommy John surgery. I know you had that. And you also, when you were coming back from that, you rehabbed for the Trenton Thunder. And our good friend here, Nathan, covers the Trenton Thunder. So I just wanted to make that connection between you guys. Great job.
Yeah. Tommy John was probably the best thing that happened to my career. Not easy surgery to come back from. Very mental, and some of the days were long, but definitely learn a lot about yourself in that. And at least I did in that year of rehab. It was a grind, but yeah, I came back from that one, and I had bone spurs in my elbow in 2018, which was taken out, and like, that was a little easier surgery to come back from. I felt better immediately the day after, but I pitched with like my elbow hurting for pretty much the bulk of my career. Couldn't do push-ups. I couldn't shut my like trash can lid. Like, any movement like this, extending down, any tricep activity, kill, dude. Couldn't do it. So a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know, like, hey, you listen, and of course of a season, pitchers probably feel good like 3 games out of the whole year. Other than that, you feel pretty much like trash.
Right.
Speaking of Trent,
at least You're healthy now. That's what counts.
Yeah, healthy now. Yeah, I got a sweet scar. Prove it.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Yeah, speaking of
no.
Trent Thunder, we had Jaden Sheffield and Carson Sabathia on the team this year. So
Yeah. I saw Sabathia play for Houston when he came down to UCF.
Yeah.
I remember when he was like 8, like crazy watching him now in college baseball. So he's got a good role model in his dad. So hopefully his career takes off.
Well, Dev, I just want to say thank you so much for answering a lot of the questions. Really appreciate you coming on. And Nitin says that you're aces, and like I said, now we know why. You are truly incredible, because you go with your gut, you go with your heart, and that's the best thing you can do. Never second guess yourself, and the world, you got the world, right where you want it, baby, and just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job, and we really appreciate it. Any ex-Yankee is a superstar to us. So we really, really appreciate you coming on here. And we want to see you again. We really do. So if you can get those, we'll let you know in plenty of time about the roundtable, and we will let you know what time would be good for you. Even 3 minutes, if you can come on, it'd be something special for all of us.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. This has been fun. Really, really fun. I see all the chats asking and whatnot. It's really cool, man. You got a good thing going, and you keep it going. I wish you guys nothing but the best, and hopefully you get a lot more bigger guests than me. So you guys are great.
Stop
I appreciate being on.
You're a Yankee.
Oh, you're big.
You're a Yankee. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
You're a
Just
Yankee. Hey, no, you can't get bigger than that. I'm sorry. No, Nick. I don't like people saying that.
His Goody's family is the best, man. Actually, I had the opportunity when I was in Florida. I connected with him in Florida, and then I got to meet one of his sons. I think it was Braxton, right?
Braxton,
yeah. His son is amazing, like great kid, and he is outgoing, and like I said, Goody has an amazing family. So shout out to them.
Yeah, well, I could see why. It starts with mommy and daddy, that's for sure. So you got it right there. But Nick, really, thank you so much for all the insights, and hopefully we'll see you very, very soon. And keep up the good work with Jabba and everything else that you do. God bless you and your family.
Yes, God bless you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you all for having me on, man. I really enjoyed it.
And I gotta say, let's go Yankees.
Do it.
Good luck to the Guardians.
You gotta say
Jazz.
Thank you, man. You have a wonderful.
They gotta
you have a
Belly
wonderful day.
And Grisham.
You too, brother. Thank you. Have a good one.
There you go.
Thanks, Nick.
Take care, guys.
See.
All right, and there were 3.
My team and I booked.
Excellent.
Hate these landscapers.
And
out of nowhere too.
Thank you, Nitin. You are the man. You are the man.
Yeah, Nitin, seriously.
So everybody, 2 hours.
Tiffany Stratton. Yeah.
I gotta say bye, everyone. We've got a pregame show at 4:00. Everyone, remember tonight is 4 o'clock.
Keep the stream going.
Yeah, right. Okay. So we have a pregame at 4 o'clock, Yankee fans. We also have Ken the Ugly Truth doing the game tonight. We have on Ken the Ugly Truth's channel. We're going to have the Red Sox and Blue Jays game right here with special guest Jason Michaels will be on the broadcast, and you never know who else might pop up. Then we'll have our post-game show. Then we'll have our morning show tomorrow, guys. A lot to look forward to. Subscribe. That's all I can say, because you're in for a wild ride here on NY Yankee Mania. Evan, thank you. Nitin, can't thank you enough. And you guys have a wonderful day. Stay healthy. And hopefully we'll see you guys at 4 o'clock. So have a great day, guys. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go.